So we all know those people who will go to the ends of the earth and back just to push your buttons. They will make deals with the devil himself just to push your buttons. And when they do, usually it can have some bad effects. But when they spam the buttons, that's when the problem occurs, because that can lead to your farms being blown up, to your house, to the traps in your house blowing up, and even maybe oddly, and I don't know why, your entire world being blown up. And I'm here today to teach you how to stop this from happening. So we're now here over in our redstone testing world. Yeah, I know, I'm still pretty new, but this is our button, our famous button that can activate our farms, our doors, anything we want. It could order stuff from your massive shopping module that you created. You know, if some guy keeps coming along and every time that button he spams it, right? And we all know that can easily destroy one of these modules. So there's really two options here. There's this option where you can break the button and just learn where to replace it, or there's this option where if we flick this lever, the light no longer activates. So this system, let's just go around here, requires something using locking repeaters. It's a very easy thing. We are using a system that people sometimes stumble across when they're messing around with redstone, and they don't really actually know what it is. It's this bedrock going across the way. It's completely strange. We thought, oh, maybe that shows that we can power redstone through a repeater. That's what I thought anyway when I first see it. Actually, locking a repeater. So this is your button here. We press that powers on. When we flick this, the button press no longer goes through. But you have to be careful, right? Because if we turn this off, we turn that on, and then we turn that on, and then we turn this off, the redstone signal actually goes through. So you could set up some very very different circuits. But for now, what we are going to do is we're going to go back here. So our simple redstone method, right? Let's just set up the lever here. This is our on-off lever, right? So our lever simply comes across like this here. Let's put it there. The repeater, replace that with a repeater, put that there. And we can then put this here. So when we flick that on, we lock the repeater, meaning that whenever the redstone signal comes through, it doesn't activate the block. Now that's a basic way. But knowing people, right, we know that they won't stop at that. Come on now, that is just too easy. So what they would see is when they come to this wall and they see this, right, and they see, oh, that lever is turned on, oh, we press this button, oh, I don't know, maybe if I flick this on a couple of times and then press the button, oh wait, look, the farm is activated. And if they go to the trouble of breaking into your base just to push the levers, wants not to say that they'll come around, and even if the lever is here and they see that, right, and they flick it off and then they turn it on, they could understand that. So what we are going to do is, just for a bit more safety, I am going to show you how, in matter of fact, to link this up to a simple keycard reader. So this mechanism is a very simple mechanism. You just place a block down, place a dropper on top of it, then you place a hopper going into that dropper, then from there you can put a block left or right to it. You can place a torch there. That will lock this dropper going into this hopper, going into this dropper. And what that will do is, if you put something in here, it will remain there. Simple. This is called a simple item filter, right? And if you place these 3 blocks here, hang on, yeah, 4 blocks. 4 blocks. You can place a comparator, a repeater, 2 redstone dust, and a final one there. Now if we come over here with an anvil, we could rename these to, let's say, oak planks. There we go, something that like no one else is going to put into the system. And let's just get some carpets and let's call them key card. So what you can do is then you can put in the item hopper one of each of these. So place one of those in, take the ones there and place in the key card and just watch it drain away, and that will end up in the dropper, but it will stop once this torch lights up again. Just there, you can see it. And we have 18 key cards, so now you can take the key cards out of here, and what you can do is you could take the signal from here and you can like attach it to your redstone module. So when you put in anything, like let's say smooth planks, now what you need to do is get a button, place that in there, and you press it, nothing happens. But then when you put it in a key card and you press the button, that lights up. So what we can do is, if I come over here to this makeshift room that I made, we have our button, and here's the design. It's a nice design. I just threw it together, and we put droppers here in the wall with buttons on them as a design feature, and if they do press the button, nothing will happen, and there will be nothing inside them. So what you can do is you can come along here, so once we have this keycard reader installed and we have the filler in and we have our keycards in, what we can do is we can get a redstone repeater, get the output from this block, and we can bring it into a comparator, and if we put a comparator facing this way, redstone dust facing back, what we're making here is a pulse extender. So what a pulse extender does is it extends the length of time that a button is pressed, because buttons don't hold a signal for that long. But with this block will be powered, so we're going to place a redstone torch. We want to place a block here to power from the redstone torch. We're going to place 3 blocks here and a block coming out. And we want to put our locking repeater here and our output repeater there. We want to put a single piece of redstone there, so that's locking that until the button is pressed. So now from that, what we can do is we can bring this down to here. There is a piece of, there's a redstone lamp there, so I'm going to place a block there, repeater, and we are going to place a piece of redstone. So now what will happen is when we come across into our room, we take our key card, we place the key card in there, we press the button, and we press that, room lights up to show the button is activated. So when the person that you're trying to protect this room from comes along and he looks into the droppers, he sees nothing, he presses the buttons and nothing happens. He presses this button, nothing happens. He feels that he's pressed the button, and when you come along and then you put in your key card, when he's long gone, you can press that and then press the button, and you know that your button has been activated. So this is how you build a foolproof button that can protect your redstone builds and bases from being destroyed by people who just love to push your buttons. This is Architect Red, out.